At exactly 3:17 a.m., every clock in my house stopped. That was the moment everything changed. I never believed in strange stories or mysteries. I liked logic, facts, simple explanations. But after that night, I was no longer the same person. It started when I moved into my grandfather's old house. The house was quiet, a little dusty, but full of memories. On the first night, I noticed an old clock on the wall. It was beautiful. Wooden, heavy, and very old. The strange thing was, it was not moving. The hands of the clock were frozen at 3:17. I tried to fix it. I changed the batteries. I shook it gently. Nothing worked. I decided to ignore it. That was my first mistake. That night, I woke up suddenly. The house was completely silent. No wind. No sounds. I checked my phone. Las 3:17 alto m. At that exact moment, I heard a click. The old clock started ticking. Slow. Loud. Very loud. Tick. 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 My heart started racing. I got out of bed and walked into the hallway. The clock was moving now, but something was wrong. The hands were moving backwards. The next morning, everything felt strange. People spoke to me like they already knew what I would say. A man at the coffee shop said, "You'll spill your coffee in 3 seconds." And I did. At work, my boss looked at me and said, "You're thinking about quitting." I never told anyone that. I started to feel afraid. That night, I stayed awake, waiting, watching the clock. At 3:17 a.m., it stopped again, and when it stopped, I remembered something that never happened. A car accident. A broken window. Blood on my hands. But none of it was real. Or so I thought. The next day, I found an old notebook in the house. It belonged to my grandfather. Inside, there was one sentence written again and again. 3:17 is the moment between choices. I didn't understand. Until that night, at 3:17 a.m., the clock ticked again. This time, I heard a voice. Not loud. Not clear. It was my own voice. It said, "You can change it." Suddenly, I saw my life like a movie. Moments from the past, moments from the future. Good choices. Bad choices. Every regret I ever had. The clock was not broken. It was giving me a chance. The next morning, I made different choices. I called someone I hurt years ago. I didn't quit my job. I helped a stranger instead of walking away. Life felt lighter, calmer. That night, I checked the clock. The hands were moving normally. No more 3:17. Weeks later, I tried to remove the clock. I couldn't. It was stuck to the wall, like it belonged there, waiting for the next person. Because some choices can only be changed at 3:17. And once you miss that moment, it never comes back.